As I promised you to do this year's Advent calendar in English too, here we go with 1 day delay. I'm sorry for that. And we start with this Baroque crochet star. And I use thicker yarn for you to see better what I do with a hook size 4 millimeters. We start with a magic ring and 11 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we close the ring, pull the starting thread and close the ring with 1 slip stitch into the first single crochet. This slip stitch counts, so actually we have 12 stitches here. Now round 2 starts with chain 3 plus 1 double crochet into the very first stitch, and we continue with 2 double crochets into every stitch, counting up to 24 double crochets in the second round. And we finish the round after the 24th double crochet with 1 slip stitch into the 3rd turning chain of the beginning. So this is the center of our star, and we continue with round 3 with chain 5, skip 1 and 1 slip stitch into the next. So I'm just counting because I'm the queen of miscounts. So that's working. So skip 1, and I make 1 single crochet, but I prefer a slip stitch instead of the single crochet. Chain 5, skip 1. Well, you may do a single crochet as well, or a slip stitch. And continue like that. Chain 5, skip 1, 1 slip stitch or single crochet. And the same at the end. I'm just counting again. So you should have 12 of those chains, and the last chain 5 and 1 slip stitch into the very first stitch. Now there's only 1 more round to go, and we work 2 or 3 slip stitches for getting into the center of the first chain. And now chain 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now work 1 puff stitch of 5 into the middle stitch of the next chain. For that, yarn over, pick the middle stitch, pull the working yarn, and repeat 4 times, 3 times or 4 times. I make a puff stitch of 4 with thicker yarn, and with thinner yarn you may make a puff stitch of 5. Now pull through the working thread through all the loops on your hook, and now we continue with a picot of chain 5. So chain 5, work 1 slip stitch into the base and chain 7 again, and 1 slip stitch or single crochet into the middle stitch of the next chain. Chain 7 again, and 1 puff stitch of 4 or 5. Always yarn over and pull through the working thread 4 or 5 times. Now pull through the working thread through all of the loops on your hook. A picot of chain 5, chain 5, and work 1 slip stitch into the base and chain 7 again, and 1 slip stitch or single crochet into the middle stitch of the next chain. I show it once again. Chain 7, a puff stitch of 5, 4 or 5, depending on the thickness of your yarn. Chain 5 for a picot, 1 slip stitch into the base and chain 7 again. Repeat this throughout the round. And so on. And you finish the round with chain 7 and 1 slip stitch into the first stitch with a thicker hook. That's not so easy. Okay, break the yarn and you are ready. Now you block it a little and you see it's also beautiful in thicker yarn, but of course it's more filigrane with thinner yarn. Enjoy.